What's going on, guys? Besides here, and into today's video we will be learning about wave management and how to manipulate the lane state like a high elo player. So if you want to learn, make sure you stick till the end. If you find value in my content, please feel free to like and subscribe. It really helps me to provide more content. Enjoy the video. Alrighty, so the first rule that we need to respect when we play League of Legends and we want to manage the waves really well is that you want to look to make sure you push, you want to look to make sure you get priority. And we're going to be analyzing right now one of example of that game of that I played right here. This game is around like high diamond D1 D2 MMR, so it's like pretty good and not that low, you know, not that high low, it's like kind of in the middle. So I basically end up being in the laning phase, and the moment I actually go into the laning phase, we can see that since this is super high elo, Thresh really knows what he's doing, so he immediately went on the wave. So it's really important for him to understand that whether you are playing mid or top or just AD carry, it's extremely important for you to push the lane and get prior, because if you get prior and you get level advantage, and even if you don't get level advantage, you can just zone by maintaining a bigger wave on your side. So this is what we're going to do. Basically, I immediately start the W and I immediately push. We can see that since his diamond elo, high diamond elo around master tier as well, the Xayah also tries to contest and push and push and push. So we're just going on the minions a lot. So I'm hitting, and we can see that because I did that, because I actually established this minion wave advantage, we have 3 minions and they do have 2 minions, we are able to actually zone on them extremely well. So this is super important. So you guys can do it on mid, you guys can do it on top as well. So I established the wave instantly for on my side. And right now, because this guy actually misses the hook, the Xayah is instantly looking to contest the wave, because she was like, oh, this if you just pushed me, I just need to give up, I need to play safe. But because of the Thresh actually just misses the hook, right now she's able to regain priority, regain the push, retry to actually push the wave extremely hard, and she's pushing really fast. The moment when I see that, I instantly double, because I know that this is a battle for who is going to win the lane. The one that is going to push is going to have an easier chance to win the lane. So this is basically what we're trying to do right now, hitting the wave and hitting the wave and hitting the wave and hitting the wave. Thresh is hitting the wave like a maniac as well. I'm hitting the wave really hard. We can see that I was trying to ping him a little bit as well, and right now there we go, they are zoned, they can't really do too much. We just did it super well. I also established a CS advantage, even though I missed like 2 minions right now in the first wave. I still established those. Right now she has around 5 minions, so I established a CS advantage with her. So this is basically the first rule, guys. Try to push the lane. Of course it doesn't apply in every single situation, and especially in the early game it's extremely important to push. In the later stages it's different, we can freeze, we can slow push, we can do different things, but particularly in the first 3 waves, in majority of the cases it's better to actually push the lane in, so you can get prior, so you can zone, so you can get level 2 advantage, and you can just play from there. So this is the rule number 1, get prior and try to push the lane. So going up onto the next tip, so we can see that they actually try to walk up on us, because right now they do have the wave advantage. We actually go for a hook, we actually end up losing this trade because we both get rooted, and we can see it's something that I do and something that many players do it as well. So after we lose the push right here, Xayah is smart enough to actually walk up on us, and she's trying to really go on us because she knows that she has an advantage. Right now she tried to cleanse, and even after she cleansed, they do have the minions advantage, and they know that they can bully us, they can poke us, they can go on us. So immediately when I see this, and I'm like, okay, I'm screwed right here, I need to regain priority, I need to regain the push, and there is no way I do it if I don't use my W on the wave. So what I do is that I immediately instantly ping the Thresh to walk up, like, hey bro, be confident, because we're going to lose this lane if you're not. And after I do it, I'm also like walking up and I'm hitting the wave. So some of you think that if you're pinging, so the people are not going to listen, but if you're also pinging, and as you're pinging, you are walking up, you're initiating, you're like going forward, you're trying to play forward as you're pinging, they will, most of the cases, they will follow you. And we can see that after I ping right here, the Thresh is immediately trying to go on the wave and trying to really help me, and I'm trying to get prior. I'm pinging him, but remember that I'm not pinging him to like spam ping him, or not just pinging him like 2 times. This Xayah does a really beautiful job. We can see that she pokes me really well right here. So that's beautiful what she does. The Yumi also pokes me extremely well. So we get the push. So even though after we already pushed in, because this is a decent situation. I do have one potion running, I do have one more potion going on. They actually pushed us, and I know that if I get pushed in, the lane is over. The lane is completely over anyways. So my bet is basically to try to regain the push. So the second tip is try to always ping and communicate with your teammates if you want to let's say push out the wave or regain priority. On mid lane, it can also work on top lane if your jungle is around you and you want to crush a wave, you want to push a wave into the tower. But especially on support, communicating on bot lane with the support is extremely important. So this is the rule number 2. Ping your support and make sure he knows what you're doing. Ping your jungle if that's the case, and make sure the guy knows that you want to crush, the guy knows that he wants to help you, and make sure you encourage him by pinging accordingly and not spam pinging. Rule number 3, avoid recalling when you know that the wave is in an extremely bad position. I'm not saying that when the wave is in a bad position you should like greed or you should like die for it, but I'm saying that you should be a little bit more hungry for the minions. I'm saying that you should always highly prefer to crush the wave into the enemy tower, or at least when you recall, make sure the wave is coming into you, or if it's in a good position. So either it's going to come into you, or maybe it's frozen into your tower, let's say, again come into you, or simply crash into the enemy tower is the simplest way to make sure your wave is good. So in this position, we can see that we got chunked onto the bot lane. So again, same game right here, we got chunked. I'm really low HP, I'm 80 HP, but I know that this is Diamond 1, and I know that this guy has a brain with the Xayah, and she will just freeze this. Why is this a freeze lane? Well, it's very simple. We have a lot more blue minions and they have less red minions. Wave is coming into them. So I know that if I recall and I get items, well, that's bad. They are going to freeze. But the thing is, if I stay right here, that's still bad, but at least I can just stay right here and sneak a little bit of the experience of the minions. Yes, I'm not going to really, get them unless I Q them. Yes, I'm not really going to be able to fight them, but what's better? Like losing everything and going base and losing XP, losing gold, losing completely everything, or just staying here and, at least I get some experience. So here I was a little bit hungry. As you can see, I'm recalling, and I'm recalling in Fog of War. They don't see me. And right now Xayah wants to freeze. I'm staying in Fog of War, so she doesn't know that I'm recalling. She assumes that I'm recalling because I was low. So what I'm doing right here is that I'm fake recalling. This is another strategy that super high elo players do. They fake recall. So right now I'm making her think that I want to recall, because she doesn't. Right now she only sees the trash, and she knows that, oh, this Sivir has to, she had to be recalling because she was low HP. So right now she's like, I can freeze, but Sivir just recall. So what I'm doing right now is that I'm very hungry for the minions and I'm just waiting. And we can see that because I faked recall, I acted like I recall, like she actually panicked and she pushed the wave. So this strategy is extremely important. So as you guys can see, she just screwed up the wave. And the moment when she screwed up the wave, I walked up, I got the experience, and right now officially the wave is pushing into us. So this is fake recall. So when do you guys should use this? You guys should use this when you know that you have enough HP to take the minions, and you know that you have not enough gold to buy something reliable in base. Obviously, if you have like 1 HP and you know you're going to die if you stay, just recall. But usually, if you can be hungry for another wave, then you should stay. Especially if the wave is in a really bad position, and we know that my wave was coming into them and they could have just frozen into the enemy tower, and of course that's just a horrible position. So I decided to stay. I decided to just sneak in Fog of War, hide in Fog of War, made her think that I recall. I fake recall. She actually got the bait. She tried to push the wave, and right now I'm actually getting access to all of the minions. So you guys should be a little bit more hungry for the minions. Again, that doesn't mean that if you're like 1 HP or 10 HP you stay in the lane. No, you just recall even though you don't have enough gold to buy anything. But usually if you can stay for one more wave, usually, and you don't have enough gold, then you can definitely stay and just play from there. And the last example for the fake recall technique is this one. So right now we are in a pretty bad position. We're getting pushed in. The Thresh tries to really hook her because she does have, we do have the Zed right now. I try to follow, nothing happens. We just try to burn something on her, but that's pretty much it. We can't really go on them. Right now the Thresh is recalling. Zed is just leaving me. I want to recall as well, but again I'm looking at the wave and I'm like, right here I'm like, oh shit. I'm just screwed completely. Like, this wave is so bad. So you guys can be like, oh, you need to recall because you don't have HP. But right now I'm like, hey, I need to recall because I mean I don't have enough HP, but I know that this Zaya is really smart and she just went into the brush. She knows that the wave is coming into her, so there is no purpose for her to really push the wave because the wave is coming into her. So if she recalls and she comes back in the laning phase, then obviously she can just have a very beneficial wave state. So what did I do? I just fake recalled. So right now she's thinking that I'm recalling as well, and I'm like, oh, this kid is good, like this guy is good. I was like, wow, this guy knows how to play the game. No problem, I'm going to fake recall again because I know that she's going to recall. Right now I'm in fog of war. Remember that they don't know that I'm here. The moment then she sees me, right now she can see me, but she's in base, so it's already late. So let's see what's going to end up happening. I'm just pushing, and this was a freeze. This was a horrible wave state for me, just completely horrible. But it didn't matter because look, I was able to crush because I fake recall. I knew that she actually recalled because I knew that she knew that she has a big wave coming into her. So then I fake recall, shove the wave, and then instantly try to get a good recall. And we can see that I'm even in farm when I completely got smashed in this laning phase, and we betrayed really badly in the early game. Thresh also didn't really do much. So yeah, that's basically how I manage my waves in high elo. Let me know if this guide helped you guys. Let me know if you like the content, and yeah, please feel free to share any suggestion that you have if what you want to see in the next videos. And don't forget that I also do coaching. I already coached thousands of players from bronze to challenger really. So if you want to improve your gameplay, if you want to get better in the game, I would really love to work with you and improve on your mistakes. Go ahead and book your own coaching session if you really want to improve and you're serious about getting to a better rank or just improve your gameplay in general. I'll see you in the next session. Bye bye.